is sharp. Well, there is a sharp drop in price. There is a 15%, 20%, for example. And it happens, well, there is a sharply red stick. That is, some major holder has left, or diff has sold his tokens. Or some chat there, for example, has been closed in a Telegram, and people are starting to panic drain tokens. In this case, if you understand that you want to catch some kind of straight, which is likely to, well, quickly pay off, and you can earn money on this payoff, then the deep catcher algorithm is created especially for you. How does it work? You set the drop range acceptable to you. Let's say 15%. Enter the amount you want to enter into the token. There, let it be with us there 03 Salons. Then we have speed settings, IDS gas, JITA, and so on. By the way, we had an alpha order for the purchase of this token. We bought it off at $179 for $1. Yes, all orders worked with this PAMFAN token. Fig he went down to 1,300,000 there, fell by 100 and something thousand. So, okay, deep catcher algorithm. We set a 15% drop, and if the price in the range of 1 to 3 seconds drops by 15%, that is, exactly in the time range, that is, well, 1 to 3 seconds, and you have the algorithm running, then you will enter the transaction. So you can immediately set yourself a take profit for this case, that with a price increase of 20%, well, here are my TVX naturally, I want to enter the position, and we run this algorithm. And how does it work? That is, it tracks. Look, according to the algorithm, it turns out that we have just entered. Yes, look here, we just entered 182. That is, there was a drop in price, and we just look. Sold using the same algorithm. That is, we see yes, 182,000 capitalization. We entered it. We sold 229 each. We went in for $43. We sold for $53. That is, we have a profit of $10. And it happened, guys, it's all well there in less than a minute just before your eyes. I just set the deep cash algorithm to attack 15% and increase 20%. In other words, we took a certain profit just in seconds. Accordingly, you can work in the same way, find tokens, set this algorithm, set a take profit order. After the algorithm worked, it stopped working for us accordingly. So we can start running it again, and we will again have it waiting for a sharp price spill to enter the position. Therefore, friends, use it. This is a very cool tool. The guys who sell it from our community also give very cool feedback about it. That's why write in the chat, use it. Nitro Mode is now available for everyone. Previously there was a threshold for turnover, now this threshold has been lowered. Therefore, friends, the tools are for you. The most effective trading is only in Alphalin. So, go to the trade section. In my opinion, we have already traded this token, sold almost the entire position. I'm going to cancel all orders on it now. By the way, you can cancel orders by clicking here one button, and we will cancel all orders for the token. Yes, well, we traded it. In total, we managed, in my opinion, to make plus 50% of the total amount of investments, well, that is, the total amount of purchases, the total amount of sales. All the tokens that you trade, they are stored in the trade section. Accordingly, there are such token cards here. You click trade, you open the usual trading panel, click the Nitro Mode, and the Nitro Mode opens accordingly. This is where free tokens are written, that is, which ones are involved in orders, which free, active orders. Here, respectively, there is a button to go to the chart and a button for analytics. Here are the buttons to share Pinellas, I basically showed you. Well, the share token button is the same. Here we have a card that was made 50% clean on the PAMFAN token. Moving on, we have a research section. Now I'm going to take a second. I'm going to turn off this fast trading so that it doesn't interfere with us. The research section is the section where you can select tokens for primary analytics. In other words, we scan each blockchain supported in Alpha Van and, according to certain metrics, select the most promising tokens that have the highest potential for growth there. Accordingly, tokens are published here. We also have a channel of each network. Now, if you click on the bell, you move to the channel, where we publish information about new tokens that have appeared in the Research section. This is, for example, the Ethereum network. We can switch to the network, let's say Solana, also press the bell, and open the Alpha Research Sol channel. If we see the new mark, it means that the token has just got into the Research section for the first time. Sometimes it happens that a token got into the Research section, then appeared in the Research section, then disappeared and then reappeared. Then there will be no more of this plate. That's why, friends, but the Research section is not a loot button. That is, in no case should you buy tokens from this section without analytics, that is, always conduct your own analysis. Because they are also smart people from the camera, they also create various situations where the token looks as safe as possible. But in fact, there happens to be a big supply there for bundles, clusters, and accordingly, then a red candle down upsets people. Here in the Ethereum section, in the Research section, we also have tools called the Block X-ray Locator. And SniProter Block X-ray is a tool that shows you abnormal activity in a block on the Ethereum network. We know that the Ethereum network block consists of a 12-second block, and during these 12 seconds, if there is some abnormal number of purchases or traders, then a publication with a signal about this token will appear in the Block X-ray channel. The Sniper Radar channel shows abnormal activity of snipers, that is, if a large number of snipers, well, from 3 and above, are waiting for some kind of token launch that has not yet started, but they did with the token's apref. Then this information about this token is also published in the Sniperscopes section. Therefore, subscribe to the channel, follow, do not miss the most hype launches, the most hype blocks on the air. A tool in the locator. He tells us about the abnormal activity of whales in some tokens on the Ethereum network. That is, if in any token in the Ether section of the network, some whale entered the position, or left the position, well, performed some kind of activity, this information will necessarily appear in the locator section. And also with us, by clicking on the bell, we get into the channel in the locator, where there is information with logs, that is, with a story about tokens, that is, when some whale entered or exited. That is, if here we see, yes, the token base, we see the current price minus 56%. The maximum price is 88%. These values indicate that from the moment the token appeared in the locator section, its price was fixed, and at the moment, the price is 56% lower than when it was the first time it appeared in the section in the locator. And the maximum price means that since it appeared in the locator section, the token has grown by 88% as much as possible. Here we see other examples here. For example, the DREP token grew by 552% as much as possible. The current price is 36% lower initially. Here there is also trading volume, capitalization, current liquidity, initial liquidity. These are volume metrics and also security metrics. The number of green and/or red flags means to us whether the token is safe or not. If everything is green, then, accordingly, the token looks as safe as possible. If there are any red numbers, then we go to this tab and look. Here in this token, we see in the Pentagon token, there is no liquidity lock, the owner is hidden, and there is no. And he did not make a renaissance, that is, he did not give up the rights to the token. Accordingly, these are increased risks. We understand that it is either worth a smaller amount, for example, to enter, or it is worth analyzing further, or it is worth refraining from buying this token. And on the right, we see the icons kit, asterisk, and clover. Well, a whale, respectively, means that there are 6 whales in the position of this token that walk this token. These are public wallets of influencers. There are not even 215 fresh wallets in this current. Fresh wallets are our wallet, which has not previously bought any other token other than this one. That is, the Pentagon was created specifically for the purchase of a token in this case. This is our Research section. In general, I told you, if there are any questions from the guys, right, be sure. Once again, this is not a loot button, but it is a section that answers the question what to buy, so that you do not search out tens of thousands of tokens from there, which are created every day on Pamphane, on Redium. They're on other sites. We have already filtered out of there a huge number of tokens that are created daily and issue tokens with the highest prospects. That's why choose tokens from this section. Also subscribe to the channels of the Research section, because it happens when token appeared, it is on a small capitalization. Then it grows accordingly, and already this capitalization is unsuitable there. That's why, friends, the Research section is especially for you. We're moving on. Go to the Referrals section. This is our section where information about your referral link is published. Accordingly, here you can copy, paste in your social networks, send to a friend, acquaintance. Your referral code is attached here. Also on the right, we have a QR code icon, by clicking on which you will have a QR code that you can scan and also register with AlphaDex. Here is further information about your personal turnover for the last 30 days and team turnover for the last 30 days. You can also choose for all the time, that is, the personal turnover, therefore all the time that I have personally spent there, is $218,000, the team turnover there is more than $9 million. And we see information about the first line, how many people are registered, what turnover they had, and how many in the second line, and what turnover passed through them. This is for all the time there are, respectively, for the last 30 days, and here is the information tab of the token shirt. And trade bar by stake. This information is just about Alpha Color link. That is, remember, yes, I told you, when you click this link to share a token and publish it somewhere. Then this link already has a referral code and accordingly a contract for the purchase of this token. When someone clicked on this link, bought a token, then you will have written a token shirt, 1 trade bar YOL, 2. There will be the number of people who will trade this token and the total turnover. That is, if there are 5 people who buy this token for $100, then you will have a trade by written there for $500. So at the bottom, we have an income button, that is, this is the amount of referral rewards available to the conclusion that you have. By clicking on the withdrawal button, we see that we have some accruals in each network. That is, when my referrals trade on the Ethereum network, Ethereum comes to me. When they trade in Solana, Solana comes to me, and so on. Here, accordingly, it is also displayed on your wallets. You just choose what you want to choose, click Select Wallet, and a referral payout instantly comes to your wallet. Earnings from the referral program in AlphaDex are very generous. You can earn thousands, tens of thousands of dollars there through a referral program. This is much higher than promoting an official program on all sorts of sex exchanges. That's because the earnings and the AlphaDex commission is 1%, but we give up to 40% of this amount, according to the referral program. That is, for example, there was a turnover of $10 million in your referral structure there. 1% of this amount, from $10 million, is $100,000. Up to 40% you can earn from this 100. Well, there's 40% of it at the maximum referral level. It's in my opinion 28 and 12%.